Hi, I'm Jen. This is Kyle, Ben, Molly, and Eli. We're nomads, inspiring you to live a life that you love. All right, it is Sunday, live day, best day of the week. But the problem is that I can't find Kyle or the kids anywhere. So let's go look for them. Well, not in Eli's bunk. Not in Ben's bed. No shower. There's Theodore. Molly's bunk. Nobody's in here. Where are they at, Theodore? Nobody's using the butt buddy. I wonder where they could be. Kevin, where are they? They're not cooking? Huh. This is odd. Hang on, maybe. Let me get my earth runners on before I go outside so I don't hurt my feet on the rocks. Well, where are they at, Kevo? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Hang on. Let's go. What in the world? Why is that van rocking? What? Oh my Kyle! What in the... What are you doing?
No.
Why is the van still rocking? What is going on here? Ah! What are they doing? We've got a live to do, people. Let's go. We don't have time for this. It's time to go live. Wheezy, come on. Let's go, Wheezy. Let's go live. You're live.
Well, hello. Welcome, guys. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, this is Cooking with Kyle. If you don't know, I'm Kyle Bethune with Red, White, and Bethune. We live in an old, raggedy vintage bus, and I love food. I'm passionate about food. It's what I do. It's what I love. I'm the most mediocre amateur chef you're likely to meet today. So yeah, what we do once a week is we're going to hop on here, and we're going to make dinner together. So one thing I want you to do is let me know where you're coming, where you're at, where you're watching from, and what you're making for dinner, or even having for dinner, even if you're cheating and going out. But I love food. That's what I do. It's my passion. Tonight we're gonna make a dish that's surprisingly in the bus is quite requested quite a bit. I don't know if you know what this is, a bell pepper. Well, we're gonna do stuffed peppers. We're gonna do. I just actually was unpackaging my peppers. It looks like one has seen better days, so it may not make the cut. I plan on making 6, but we may not be able to use this one. It got busted up pretty good. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump right in. Please feel free to comment. We're not going to sit here and answer a ton of comments like we do on our Sunday live streams, but we will try to get to a few at some point. This is a very simple dish. It's moderately healthy. You can make it vegan. You can make it, I'm going to be making it with some ground beef, but you could totally replace that protein with some beans or something and make it vegan. So no big deal. So without further ado, let's jump right in. We're going to start with 1 pound of ground beef. I use organic grass-fed ground beef. I just prefer it. We try to do as much of that as possible. So I haven't actually done it in the new kitchen. So this is a new one for me. We used to do everything right here, but kind of having to split my differences a little bit now. What we're going to do is just brown this up real quick, and then we're going to put it in our strainer. And then I'm going to do something like peppers. If you've ever made stuffed peppers before, you might not have done this step or heard of this step, but I think it's a very crucial, important step that you might want to try next time and see if you like it. I just got to look at this thing's pretty stupid looking. I don't even know why I bought this thing. I don't know if it's going to stand up. Maybe. Anyway. All my crew behind me, I've got the live studio audience of 3 people. I got my producer back there, my lovely wife, Jen. I got my daughter, Molly, and RV Steve Travels is in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's get rolling. I'm going to throw in a little bit of avocado oil, grease my skillet up a little bit, and then we're going to throw in our ground beef. I tell you, since we've made the switch to the bus, to the remodel, it's amazing. Being able to cook with gas again, being able to have some actual counter space, it's awesome. We love it. If you're new here and you haven't checked out our bus, we do have a full link tour on our YouTube channel, so definitely go check that out if you wouldn't mind. So what we're going to do, I'm going to be browning my ground beef over here. In the meantime, I'm going to get my rice going. I've made this several different ways over the years. I personally like to cook my rice separate and then add it into the mixture at the end. One, you know you're going to get a good quality rice. I've had it before where it was still a little grainy. It might not have got cooked quite as well as it should have. So I'm going to cook it in my rice cooker, and we'll add it at the end. So we're going to get on that here in a minute. If you do not own a rice cooker, I highly recommend you invest in one. $20 on Amazon. This is one of the cheap ones, but it works amazing. It makes perfect rice every single time. I love it. I bought it. I actually just got this a couple months ago, and I'll never go back. So we're going to be using some premium long grain jasmine rice. It's my favorite. It's the family's favorite. Obviously, you can use whatever rice you prefer. I'm going to go with a half a cup. But first, I'm definitely not a chef, but if any chefs are watching, they're probably saying, wash the freaking rice. So that's what we're going to do. Give it a good wash. You want to get all that powdery out. Go ahead and see the hot water is turning to white really quick. So I usually do this twice. I have me a nice little strainer. Then I'll just strain the rice and repeat. I can smell my beef browning over there, so I'm going to go ahead and use my handy dandy little chopper here and start chopping it up.
It smells good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the good thing about these types of meals, you kind of prepare them together, so you don't have to use ground beef. You can use ground chicken, ground turkey, whatever you like. And again, like I said, you can totally make it vegan. Substitute with some beans or something. I'm sure it would be amazing. So we're going to go ahead and strain our rice one last time. Go ahead and add our half a cup of water.
Samantha's watching from Bloomingdale. She's having pecan crusted chicken from Fresh Market.
Nice. So, I mean, it's like I say, sorry, I had to, am I allowed to unplug any of these? Coffee maker, maybe?
Yeah, you can unplug coffee
Definitely
maker.
don't need coffee at this point in time. You simply just turn it on, put the switch to cook, and it does. What you'll do, if you've never used one before, it's got this outlet here, and you'll start seeing steam pour out of it, and you'll see the rice start to fluff up. At that point, pull it out, check it, take a fork, kind of poke at it, see. But it's super simple. So we're gonna go ahead and start prepping our peppers. Pretty easy. Basically, what we're gonna do is chop the tops off. I try to get as close as you can, obviously, to the top, less waste. Stick your fingers in, pull out the guts, as I say. Throw it on over in the colander and onto the next. Any comments or anything?
Oh, yes. Would you like some?
Sure, why not?
Darren said, Kyle, are you on that seafood diet? The seafood and eat it.
I own that. That's my go-to right there.
Tony Lee says, hello from Michigan. I'm making pulled pork and salad for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Lori Just says, hello from Chicago. Hot dogs on the menu tonight for me.
Hey, nothing better than a good hot dog, especially a Chicago dog.
Scout Inquirer says, greetings and love and big hugs from New York. Hi, fabulous Bethune family. I'm so excited to be cooking with Kyle. I'm making Bisquick coffee cake. Ooh, that sounds good.
But yeah, basically just kind of rinse them off, get them nice and clean. Tend to my ground beef real quick.
Dan says, emu burgers stuffed with blue cheese for me.
Emu burgers. I can honestly say I've never had an emu burger.
Got to cook those on the fly. But
True, you got touch them while you can.
Today we go says, hey, RV Steve.
RV Steve in the house.
Woo, just wave your hand. You can wave your hand in front. There's RV Steve over here.
I hate to waste these. I'm going to save these little things. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to save them anyway. yeah, we're just gonna keep washing our peppers. Make sure we get all the seeds out, get all the insides out that we can. You don't want to try carefully not to pierce the bottom or the sides. It'll make it a nicer dish at the end. You won't have stuff leaking out and pouring out the side, bubbling out the sides. So what I'm gonna do after this, let me sit over here. I'm gonna add some big old pot. I would say it's probably 6 quart. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up about halfway. What I like to do is I like to boil my peppers for just a few minutes. What that's going to do is it's going to tenderize them. One, you won't have to bake them as long. I don't know. I like it. Makes it easier to handle, especially for the kids. It makes it easier to cut. I've always done that. I learned that in a recipe years ago when I first started making these, and I really like the way it works. It's one extra step, but I think it makes a big difference. So like I say, we're just going to heat up this. The one downside to this kitchen currently is I'm not able to cook I have huge cookware, so I'm not able to cook really with 2 things at one time. So I just kind of have to plan things out a little bit. Kind of keep letting my beef do its thing over here.
DOL says, hey, y'all, glad to see Kyle cooking.
Hey guys, hope you guys are well. I saw you, you're in Tennessee right now, so that's good. I'm a little jealous.
Debbie T says, hi, Kyle.
So what you want to do is you want to kind of make sure you submerge them. You want to fill them with water. That way they will sink or at least float. Yeah, good stuff. I highly recommend this stuff. I know a lot of recipes probably won't call for this, but definitely recommend it. Honestly, you don't even have to get the water to boiling. Just get it nice and hot for a few minutes. Kind of feel them, and you'll feel them get tender. It really makes a big difference. I'm going to clean my colander out, get ready for my ground beef. Then we'll get to work on some onions while we're waiting on these to do their thing.
Wonderful is having sausage and eggs. Breakfast is what's for dinner.
We do breakfast for dinner quite a bit. I love breakfast. Honestly, we'll have to do a couple episodes of breakfast cooking. It is my favorite. I make like a hash, like we do eggs and bacon. We'll do some hash browns and kind of just make like a bowl. You know us, we do bowls a lot. So that's always a good crowd pleaser. And I'm drinking tonight Copperberg. Is that how you say that? Copperberg? Cider. It's pear. It's pretty good. Jen hooked me up with some cider. So give me a little liquid courage tonight.
Yeah, you needed some. Long day driving to get a webcam. Why don't you tell me about that?
I want to tell you guys. We were setting up our gear. Like I said, we haven't done this in a while. I don't think we've done a cooking live in months.
Since the clam slayer, which is May.
It's been a hot minute. We went to go do that, and just like, where's the webcam? So basically, we tore the bus apart looking for the webcam. At 5:30, I head to Walmart, which is 20 minutes away. Mind you, it's rush hour traffic in the Tampa Bay area. Thank God for editing, right? I picked up a webcam, ran back here. She threw it together while I was getting all my ingredients out, and here we are. So nothing like the last minute.
Isn't that how we operate, though?
Pretty much. So yeah, there we go. We got our ground beef, nice and browned.
Kirsty Atwood says, hi from Scotland. I had beef stir fry for dinner.
Nice. So are you showing aren't they beautiful? Just sitting there floating like some ducks.
Oh, Cheryl Hawk gave us a super chat. She says, we're having copycat KFC chicken bowls here.
Nice.
Love your new kitchen.
Nice. That's interesting. Huh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way.
How do you like your kitchen?
A lot. I mean, basically I had this. This is what I had before the remodel. Michael added a whole nother section with this stove over here. I'd always used an induction cooktop before and just sat it here. So basically, it took up this whole area, and I had this little 2x2 area for prepping food. So much more efficient. It makes much more sense to prepare meals in here. I really love it. Really love it. Oh yeah, awesome! Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. It's greatly appreciated. So yeah, we're gonna dice our onion up. You don't have to do super fine. I mean, everybody has their preferences. We love onions. I don't think out of 7 dinners during the week, we may have one without an onion in it. And I would be surprised if we even have that. They're definitely. I'm known to clear out the bus with the kids and Jen. They burn their eyes, and I'm not a big fan of it. I heard if you wash them, it helps. I've heard some other tricks. I don't know. It doesn't bother me, so I don't do it.
Ashley Lee says, glad to be here tonight. YouTube notified me for your stream, thankfully, but no one else meant to be here.
That was awful nice of them.
Lainey says, what time should I be over? I'll bring cupcakes.
Ooh, hey, don't threaten me with cupcakes.
Debbie T says, bag salad and chicken strips for us.
Been there, done that. We get on salad kicks. Like I've got a really good recipe, super simple salad. It was actually a restaurant in LA makes it, and they're famous for it. And I memorized the recipe and I've started making it. It is fantastic. I'll have to do that one of these days too.
Eddie T says, thumbs up, everyone. Thanks. Lorna saying hi to Eddie. Darren says, RV Steve. RV Steve's in the house. His hand right here. Aw, Jean says, hi, guys. We had chicken broccoli Alfredo. Debbie T says, hi, Steve. Eddie T says, hello, RV Steve. It is a little warm.
So yeah, we're here in Central Florida where there's apparently a hurricane coming our way. It'll be here the day after tomorrow. So, yeah, good times, right?
Ramona says, sends a super chat. Says,
you,
I miss you guys. Long time no see. Blessings. Love you guys.
It has been a while. Yeah, hey, thank you. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. It has been a while. We definitely took a much needed, break. We're going to do things our way from now. We're going to do things the way we want to do them. I love cooking. I'm passionate. It's my favorite thing. Just not cooking, food in general. I love to go out and eat at great places. I love coffee, obviously, because I have a huge, massive, heavy coffee maker in my tiny kitchen. So it's obviously important to me. So we're going to do this kind of stuff. Eventually we're going to do some videos of cooking, full-length cooking videos. I'm really excited about that too. We've got a lot of cool stuff in the works, and hopefully you guys will stay tuned.
Thank you, Ramona. You are awesome for sending that super chat. We really appreciate it. Yeah, Marlise sends us a heart from Grafton, North Dakota. Broncos Nation 94 says, what are we making?
We are making
stuffed bell peppers. We are making stuffed bell peppers, and they're delicious. It is one of my favorite things that Kyle makes. Every time he's like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, I want stuffed bell peppers. So tonight it worked.
Surprisingly, the kids request it fairly often too. So yeah, go team.
Those peppers look really pretty boiling in there, honey.
Don't they? They look like
yeah. They
They
look super cute.
Pepper's a pepper to me, but they're pretty. It kind of adds some color, especially if I'm making like chili or something. I like to dice up two or three different kinds, kind of adds some color to the dish. I just like them, even though they're more expensive. I still like to do it. Fun fact: majority of peppers start out green, and as they age, they start to change color. So a red pepper typically is just going to be a green pepper that sat there longer. Just a little FYI.
Well, that's interesting.
What?
Ask him how the stream is looking.
Yeah, let us know how the stream's looking. We're working with some new stuff here. We've got new internet. We got a new webcam. We've got a new phone. So we're really jumping out here and doing things a little different this time.
Jane says, such a great live. Cooking in the RV. Can't believe how many people we've met that won't cook in their RV.
And when we camped, like it was just like a hobby, weekend camping, we basically did all of our cooking outside. We would rarely cook inside. So I mean, I get it. I do. But I mean, obviously we live in it. So I mean, I cook out. I never cook outside now. So, it's taken a while to get this kitchen and at least, get it in the order that I wanted. But we do 99% of our cooking right here.
Scout Inquirer says, I have a question. Kyle, do we use 80-20 ground beef or any grade of ground beef will be okay?
I typically like a leaner ground beef. If I'm making burgers or something, I don't mind a fattier ground beef. But like this was really lean. When I'm making, when I'm adding it in sauces or stuff like that, I typically at least like a 90-10. This was, I think, a 96 something. It was good. It was a really high quality ground beef. But I mean, you're just going to get less meat with, honestly, that's the thing about it is when you cook it down like this and then you strain it, you're throwing away that weight that you paid for. So it's kind of up to you. You're going to pay for it either way. You're going to get more meat or you're going to get more fat. So, to each their own. So yeah, what I'm doing now is just kind of letting these things cook down a little bit. Like I said, you don't have to bring them to a boil. I just want them to tender up enough to kind of give it a little better texture and make it easier to cut and eat. That's the thing about stuffed bell peppers, is they're not the easiest thing to eat because once you cut them, typically they fall apart. So this makes it a little easier. Actually, I think I did it on the live before, right? One of the last ones we did, I did a stuffed bell pepper soup too, which is awesome. One of my favorites. My rice is almost done, actually, so that's cool.
Jennifer Sheekley O'Brien says, yummy. This meal sounds great.
It is. It's not one I expect the kids to really like, but they do. They seem to really, they request it surprisingly quite a bit. And it's moderately healthy and it's simple. I mean, you throw a few ingredients together. It's moderately cheap. The better ground beef you buy is obviously going to be more. But it's just a simple, healthy dish to put together pretty quick.
Sean B says stuffed bell peppers. That sounds really good. Aw, it's Bailey. Gave us a super chat. Hi, do y'all watch Trying Something New? Please say hi.
Yeah, thanks, Bailey. We really appreciate that. We do. Jen actually knows, I believe, Sandy over there. But yeah, they've been at this quite a while.
They're really awesome. Love them. They are wonderful, wonderful people, and we really love them.
So what I'm going to do, I'm kind of waiting right now. That's just having one burner. That's kind of what you run into. Basically, I'm going to cook these down for a minute. I'm going to strain them, kind of let them cool off a little bit. And then I will be situating them in a 9x9 pan. That way I can stuff them. So once I'm able to get these off, I'm going to start working on my stuffing. I'm going to re-add my ground beef. I'm going to add my onion. I'm probably actually going to add my onions first, cook them down a little bit. And we'll kind of start assembling our mixture. So we'll do that in here in a second.
Today we go says it looks great.
Thank you. Let us know how the stream looks. I'm honestly curious because we're trying to figure out exactly how we want to curate this and do this. We've got some options. We've got no lack of camera gear in this household. So just let us know how it looks. Starlink was a little slow, so we've been on the fence about getting the T-Mobile home. So far, so good. We literally just got it today. No minute like the last.
$30 a month.
$30 a month. We did recently switch our phone plans to T-Mobile. So if you have one of their plans, it's $30 a month, unlimited, non-throttled, high-speed internet. And so far, so good. We have a lot of friends that have it that rave about it. So I'm excited to see how it actually does work. I'll go ahead and cut my rice up to warm. It cooked quick, so don't want to overcook it for sure. I actually broke this thing a while back. Or the kids broke it. I think the kids broke it. Anyway, they dropped it. And Bennett and my thingamajigger doesn't work too good. So I have to be investing in a new one here pretty soon.
Jennifer had said the stream looks good and clear.
Nice.
So apparently T-Mobile Home is what we're going to be doing our streams on.
That sounds good to me.
Lainey says, Jen, will you join him in cooking one day? Would love to see a couples cooking show. LOL. Love ya.
You would love that. I would love that.
You would love to see me cook. Like you'd give me direction and I would just do it.
We'll do hot dogs that night.
I can, you know what?
She just doesn't like it.
I can pour a mean bowl of cereal. I mean, I can survive.
As good as anyone I've ever seen.
I'm not a big cooking fan.
I've always done it. I mean, in our almost 17 years together, I've cooked the majority of the meals. Like I say, I love food. I love making good food and seeing people enjoy it.
To be fair, I cooked it for the first year or two of our marriage. Yeah, and what he would do is on his way home from work, he would go by McDonald's and get something to eat and eat it before he got home. So that way he didn't have to eat my food, which you know what he did? He ate a few bites of it and was like, oh, this is great. I love you. That's what your 1 to 2 year of marriage kind of looks like. Then I figured it out, and then he started cooking after that. Right, babe? Let's see. Lorna says, look forward to more cooking videos.
Molly, could you dig around in there and get me some cheese? I couldn't find it.
What type?
It doesn't matter. Whatever we got. Bagged cheese, shredded cheese.
Okay. Leaf Lover Liz says, yummy, waiting for the e-visit in South Carolina.
We'll be headed up. Well, I don't want to count my chickies for the hatch. We should be headed that way here in a few months.
Alejandro says, where are the kids? I love watching your videos, and you guys are a big inspiration.
They are. Molly just walked by. She's grabbing me some cheese, hopefully, and I think the boys are in their bunks snacking on some stuff and watching YouTube.
Kathy says, connection is great. I'm watching in Detroit, Michigan area.
Nice. Yes, honey.
Dan says, it's looking really good so far. Clean video.
Good. Yeah, I mean, that's for us to stream. We want to be able to do it as high quality as we possibly can. I'm not one to want to sit around and watch grainy videos, and I don't imagine you guys do either. So we're gonna try to make it as nice as we can when we do it.
We're upping the game up, you know.
A little bit at a time.
That's right. Jana says, I don't love cooking either, but I'm really good at drinking beer.
Well, you know, nothing wrong with that either.
Jean says, I have T-Mobile as well. Love it.
Yeah, we had T-Mobile years and years ago, and they were kind of new to, the United States. I believe they're from China or something. Anyway, and it was not good. We only had it for a couple months, and it was not anywhere we were going. It was not working. So we got Verizon. We had Verizon up till about a month ago, and it just, for the last 2 or 3 years, it has just gotten worse and worse, so we had to make a change. Especially for the price they charge, we had to do something. So that's what we did. We made the jump to T-Mobile. She loves it. She has the new phone. I'm actually waiting on my new phone to come in. They had to special order it, so I'll let you know when I get it. All right. Let's see how these peppers are doing. They're just over here floating, doing the thing, sitting in the hot tub. I don't blame them. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and re-add my beef to my skillet or my pot. That way, when I get done with cooking the peppers, I can just throw them in here, let them strain, let them cool off a little bit, so I'm able to handle them here in a few minutes. Yes, honey. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's fine.
Mine should be up top, baby. Lorna says, Kyle, you didn't buy a McDonald's with a laughing, crying emoji.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a few times I probably stopped at a drive-through or two.
A few?
Convenience is a big thing, especially when you're working a lot of hours. Convenience is helpful.
He literally every day. I mean, there was what was that? Pineapple orange jubilee or something I made for dessert. That was the absolute worst.
The thing with Janice, the way her personality works, she's a more is better kind of person. So she cooks, she brings that into the kitchen. And as any of you know who do cook quite a bit, more is not always better. Sometimes you get a little salty meals or a little soggy or a little something. So I mean, more is not always better in the kitchen. So it's just not her thing. That's okay. I'm fixing to strain these peppers. I think they've done their job.
Barbara Flowers, while you're straining, she says, awesome. How are you all?
We are well. We are very well. We are living life. We are in Central Florida, burning our behinds off. It's hot as Hades here right now. As I'm getting a steam facial over here.
Hey, people pay a lot of money for that.
I guess so. I'm going to actually pull these out in my hand. Don't do this, obviously, at home because you will burn the crap out of yourself. But I don't want to break them anymore than they may already be.
I guess you could have used tongs.
Yeah. Dirtying up another dish. All right, so let's go ahead and... Oh, I did not want to turn around to do that. Anyway, we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and throw our we're going to start working on our mixture. It's a pretty simple mixture. Obviously, you can add and take away whatever you want. We're doing a tomato-based mixture. So let's jump on.
Would you mind mixing that on the stove so I can put the cooking view camera up there?
You're gonna throw out the cooking view.
I am.
So, yeah. I don't want to put my meat in there yet. I kind of messed up there. I kind of missed the step. So we're gonna throw the ground beef on a plate, and then I'm gonna throw in my onions and kind of cook those down just a little bit. We'll come back to you here in a minute. Throw it on there. Throw a little avocado oil. I don't know, what do you guys? Let me know what you guys use for oil. When I'm cooking beef, usually beef or anything at a high heat, I typically use avocado oil. Kind Curious to know if anybody else uses anything different. I know it's, I love olive oil, and I do use a lot of olive oil. But when you're cooking it at high temperature, it seems to break down, and it has a very low smoke point temperature. So I typically use avocado oil quite a bit.
Fast JZS says, this is motivational, my unused full behind kitchen.
Make it enjoyable. I mean, start simple. Cook things that you enjoy. Like, that's what I do. There's certain cuisines that I love a lot, and I just kind of make them my own. I'll look up recipes and kind of pick them apart, and I might even try the recipe to begin with. And then make changes to it, like things I want to add and take away, because we're not a big spice family. I am personally, but the rest of the family not so much. So I have to remove a lot of heat. I don't know what that was. Heat when I'm cooking. So it's just fun. It's something I get enjoyment out of. I guess it's relaxing to me, and I truly do love good food.
Dan says, I use a lot of grapeseed oil for high heat stuff.
Yeah, I have not used grapeseed oil yet, but I know that is definitely another high temp oil that is good to use.
Christina says, making Spanish rice, black beans, and chicken cutlets in a salad.
See, that's the jam right there, people. Anything Spanish or Mexican, I'm there for. Like, that is my two favorite foods. Probably because I grew up on them and I still eat them several times a week. We had tacos for lunch. We come back home or where we're from. We gotta hit up all our old joints, and we hit one today. We know all the good food around here, so we definitely eat out a lot, because like I said, I love good food.
Jana says, cooking view is cool.
Sweet.
Great idea.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna sweat these down for a few minutes, tender them up a little bit. I'm probably gonna go ahead and re-add my ground beef. I've got some diced tomatoes, 1 can of diced tomatoes. I've got a full can of tomato paste, a smaller can, 6-ounce can. I'll probably use about half of it. And just kind of mix it all together. I don't want to add my rice too soon, especially if it's pre-cooked, it's ready to go. I'm going to add this at the absolute very last minute because I don't want it getting chewy and I don't want it getting mushy and kind of falling apart. So that'll be my last thing I add. I'm actually going to turn it off because it's cooked 100%. It's ready to go. I don't want to dry it out or anything or make it too crunchy.
Amy says, olive oil is my go-to. I'm not much of a beef eater, though, so I either use ground chicken or ground turkey, brown instead of white rice, too. Healthier.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I love olive oil. We use olive oil. I probably 2 to 1 versus any other kind of oil. But like we do eat some beef, and I like to cook at high temps quite a bit. Even in my chicken, I like to cook at high temps. So I typically, when I'm frying or using sauteing something on there real hot, I try to use avocado oil. What was I going to do? I lost my thought of train. Go ahead.
Wonderful said, saw pecan oil the other day. Want to try it, but pricey.
Yeah, it's probably $900 and half an ounce or something. Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, there you go, like some of these bougie grocery stores and look up on the top shelf. They got some fancy oils, truffle oils, stuff like that. Not really practical for everyday cooking, but I'm sure it's interesting.
DOL says, y'all introduced us to Cuban food. That was super cool.
Yep, I got plans to do some Cuban cooking coming up. We got the holidays coming up, so we're definitely going to do some of that. Obviously, my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, coming up. I love all the traditional dishes. We're gonna work our way through a few of those. Maybe even starting next week, we'll do a couple a week until Thanksgiving. Pretty excited about that. I'm trying to get me a smoker because I love barbecue. It's definitely right there at the top of the list for me, and I want to be able to do some of my own barbecue right here at the house, at home.
Tell them about Bethune Docking. We're working on planning that out.
Bethune Docking's coming along. We've kind of put the ball in motion a little bit. I don't know if you didn't know, we did an event last year called Bethune Docking. We had, I believe, 9 families show up, and we spent 4 days together and had an absolutely amazing time. We ate, we drank, we laughed, we sung. That part was awful. We had a parade of homes where everybody could kind of walk around and see how each other's houses are. Really awesome time. Made some amazing lifelong friends out of the event. Super excited to do it again this year. The weather was perfect last year. Everything, other than half the family getting COVID, it was an amazing event.
New Horizon says, I'm making chili tomorrow. It's cool down here in Orlando, Florida. This tropical storm Nicole is bringing some cooler temperatures. It's supposed to hit us here at TTO this Thursday.
Be safe out there.
Hopefully, we'll be to TTO a little bit this season.
All right, this is one thing I have had a hard time with on this skillet, this cooktop, is it's gas, and it's pretty much all or nothing. So I wanted to turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and re-add my ground beef. Throw in my diced tomatoes. Really, at this point, I mean, everything's cooked down in there. It's pretty good. It's actually still hotter than I want it to be, but it's really finicky. There's not much room there to change. About half the can.
Crime Soap Opera says, looks yummy. I use cheesy rice aroni instead of white rice.
Okay.
That would be delightful.
Okay. That is one of the things I think that draws me to cooking the most, because there's no right way to do it. There's no one way to do it. You do what you like, and you never know what you're going to come up with. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing my peppers. I believe this is a 9x9, something like that. So we're going to set them in there. Do you have a preference on your pepper, Jen? What color you want?
I want whatever pepper you want me to have.
Whatever pepper I want you to have. What if I don't want you to have any of it?
Well, that wouldn't be very nice.
It is a good thing to know. Okay, there's one red, so we're gonna give Jen the red because I'm
dairy free.
Yeah, because she's dairy free. So
and gluten-free.
Yeah, so we're gonna use the red one for her. That way we can mark it and know that we're using her dairy free cheese, which is this little beauty right here.
Which is delicious.
All right, I need to get over here and mix this up. I'm getting sidetracked here.
That looks amazing, babe.
It smells pretty good.
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey wants to know, are your kids picky eaters?
I don't know.
Really?
When I've met other kids, and a lot of them, they don't eat anything, I would say no. But there's certain things I cook that they definitely don't like.
But we make them try them at least 3 times before they can veto it completely.
But for the most part, they eat pretty much anything we prepare. I mean, not many times they say, no, I'm not eating that. But it's like she said, we started that honestly as soon as they were all formula, and we fed them what we were eating, and they learned pretty quick what they liked, what they didn't like. But it was one of the things we knew we were foodies. We knew we liked to eat good food. So we just wanted to make sure the kids did too. All right, so we're gonna add some seasoning. Go ahead and throw some garlic in. I love garlic. I don't measure this crap. I do it to taste. Throw in some dried oregano. Oregano is a pain in the butt, so I actually open up the little flat and get in there a little more. Some black pepper.
Also, everyone really loves your food shorts. So are those going to be continuing?
Yeah, I love doing those because when I watch with a short form video I watch, like if you go through my feed, the majority of it is cooking. I learn a lot of my techniques and stuff right there. I'm sure I will. I do. I actually really enjoy doing them. One thing I'm not super happy with this is I need some. I got some.
New Horizon said, I have rediscovered salmon. I absolutely love it.
What are you, an East Coast salmon type of person, or do you? The only good salmon I've ever had, and I'm not a big fish guy. I had some when we were in the PNW, and the West Coast salmon is way better, in my opinion. But I eat on sushi. We had some amazing sushi the other night. Ben loves salmon. Like he's always asking. Like that's usually his go-to is salmon. I'm gonna add a little beef stock to this. I need to loosen it up just a hair, get a little flavor too.
Karen Griswold says, hello, my loves.
Hello, Karen. How are you this evening?
Scout inquires, so I always use sunflower or peanut oil for high heat cooking, but I am cautious for allergy pending people. Then I use olive oil.
Yeah, luckily, I'm typically just cooking for us. And we're okay in that department. Well, obviously other than Jen's, but I've learned those pretty well at this point. I'm going to have to venture out and try some different oils. I like that. That's interesting to me.
DOL says, can't wait for Bethune docking.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're gonna do it up even. We're gonna do it up even a little more this year. So what I like to do I don't have exactly the cheese I wanted, but we're going to use what we have because that's what we have. Again, Jen's got hers, so we're going to start with hers. I'll typically put in a little at the bottom, give a little surprise at the end of your pepper, and then I'll fill, and then I will add a little bit on the top to brown it at the very end. Think about this cheese here. It doesn't really melt. It just kind of stays there. So we
I'm sorry. I have to put this up here.
what did you do?
Jen said Bethune Knocking 2.0 Beyond Thunderdome. Stay tuned for tickets.
Jeez whiz. So obviously, the cheesier you like it, the better. I mean, this is just a taco blend of cheese. Probably not my first pick. I probably, if it was me, if I had to choose, I probably would have went with Monterey Jack, but I didn't have any. So we're going with this. This is what we got. All right, let's go check our mixture. Looking better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add my rice. Was there any heat here? There's still a shade of heat. It's very finicky. I've got to perfect that a little bit more. Hot, a little hot, very hot actually. But again, if you do not own a rice cooker and you make a lot of rice, I highly recommend buying a rice cooker. It is the way to go.
New Horizons says brown rice is so yummy and chili.
Huh.
Jennifer Maston says, what is he making? I love all the new changes to the bus. Y'all did amazing.
Thank you. I'm going to add a shade more beef broth here. We are making stuffed bell peppers. We are doing a tomato-based ground beef mixture and stuffed bell peppers. Surprisingly enough, one of the crowd favorites here in the bus.
Kelly Boy says, hi. Mike B says, what's Kyle drinking tonight?
It is you're going to have to help me pronounce it. What does that say again?
Koppaberg
cider. Again, we were up in the Pacific Northwest, and I fell in love with ciders, and because it's a huge thing up there. Definitely not as much availability down here as there is up there, but this is what we got. It's pretty tasty. It's very sweet, though. I don't know, maybe it's the flavor.
Can you show it to the camera on the cooking side?
Where did you get it from?
ABC Wine and Spirits.
There you go. ABC Wine and Spirits. Let's see where they're based out of. They're Vermont. So there you go.
Oh, cool. Jennifer says, yummy. Ketchup or tomato sauce on top is the real question. LOL. I say ketchup.
Ketchup. Wow. I don't know about that one. I have to try it one day, but not this day.
Amy says, hello, y'all. I made it. I am 37 minutes late, but I am here. Yay.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, your cooking view's slowing down.
Is it?
Well, tell them about the switcher that we plan on getting.
So if we're upping our live stream game. We're going to do this show here pretty much every week. I mean, obviously we're going to take breaks at some points throughout the year, and then we're going to be adding a second kind of an interactive type. Well, not really interactive. Yeah, we're going to be adding a second
taboo kind of talk.
Second weekly live stream. Actually, it'll be a third. Anyway, it's be a during the week live stream. We're gonna have that coming up, probably closer to the Christmas season. Kind of just inching our way back into the water. We overdid ourselves a little bit over the summer, and we kind of burned ourselves out. So we're kind of inching our way back in. So we're changing it up a little bit, and we're super excited about it. I think you guys will be too. I think you'll get a kick out of it. All right. I think. Do I need to bring this camera? I don't think it's going to matter. Are they going to be able to? They'll be able to see what I'm doing, obviously.
Yeah, but you could, if you're not cooking on the stove, you can probably bring it over. Jarhead Ninja Journey says tomorrow's our 2-year full-time RVing anniversary,
nice.
And I'm thinking about a steak dinner to celebrate.
Hey, I don't think you could go wrong with that decision.
Molly would be very, very happy with that.
Molly would eat steak every meal, every day for the rest of her life.
Amy says, I love the new kitchen and you have so much more room.
Just a second, I'm going to tilt it.
Oh, EF says, what brand of dairy-free cheese do you use and like, Jen and Kyle? They all kind of suck.
This one here is actually, it's a mozzarella style. Definitely not mozzarella. It's white. That's all it has in common.
All right, this shows your belly, so you're going to have to point it down.
I know, but I was just talking.
Oh, okay.
But this is from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has a pretty solid dairy-free section. And gluten-free section also. So if you are, you do have that allergy and you haven't shopped there, they do have some good stuff. We love Trader Joe's. It's honestly my favorite, probably overall grocery store. This is why I didn't want to do this.
I'm sorry, but people need to see.
They
so
need to
just,
see what?
just so you fill in the
That's
peppers.
as far
babe.
down
Okay,
as it
just
goes.
bring it back a little.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Today we go, says Bethune Docking Olympic champs right here. Oh, just so you guys know, Molly has planned out quite a bit. Like, she wrote her own schedule for Bethune Docking. So there's going to be quite a bit more. I guess a lip syncing battle is going to be happening at Bethune Docking.
Lip syncing.
A lip
What
syncing
the heck is
battle
lip syncing?
where you lip sync. Anyway, Molly's super excited, so she's got a bunch of stuff on the docket of what we're doing.
All right, so basically we're gonna stuff. What we do? I remember, if you remember correctly, I added my cheese at the bottom. We're gonna start stuffing.
Oh, you're almost getting there. You're almost there. They can almost see it.
See what?
The pepper.
What can't they see?
Only the 3 peppers in the back.
3 peppers.
So the red pepper, the yellow pepper.
Good.
There you go, babe.
Don't you know?
Don't you know? You betcha. Wanda said they're going all Mad Max Fury Road because of the cat and all. Amy says, I love using Bertolli organic traditional sauce.
Yeah, Bertolli's good stuff. Bertolli makes really good stuff.
Jennifer said, you won't regret the ketchup, Kyle. I saw the face. The True Patriot says, what's your favorite kind of meat?
I love seafood, people. It's just a problem. It's so freaking expensive. I don't get to eat it very much. But I love seafood. Honestly, if I had to pick, it would definitely be seafood. But as a daily thing, I like chicken. I mean, I don't know. I like them all. I like beef too. Got a little bit of leftover. Not too much.
Can I have a bite of it just to see what it tastes like?
You
Am I
want me to
allowed
bring
to?
it over there? Or...
No, just a spoon.
Hopefully it tastes good.
Let me see. Ooh. I can't wait till that's baked. Ooh.
So I got my handy dandy toaster oven going down there. Remember, Jen's pepper is the red one with her fake mozzarella.
Faux mozzarella.
And I'm just going to top the rest of these. More cheese. Can you have too much cheese? I guess that is the question.
No.
Probably not.
No. The answer is always no. Darla says, I love the remodel of the bus. It's great.
Thank you. We do too. I mean, honestly, we have. It's taken several remodels, but at this point, I don't know that anything that we could do to make it any better than it is right now. So here we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can they see it?
Yes.
It's looking good.
Perfect.
They're nice and full. This thing is heavy. It probably weighs about 5 pounds. So we're good to go. We're throwing it. It doesn't have to stay in long. All we're really trying to do is melt the cheese. That's one of the perks to boiling the peppers. You don't have to cook them as long in the oven. I really stand by that one. Definitely, boil your peppers down for a few minutes if you can. I think it really makes a big difference, and it's a good step to add into your recipe.
You want some more comments?
Sure.
Juan of Revolution says, woohoo, belly cam. Wait, am I on the right channel?
This is if you want the shirtless belly cam, you got to come over to the other channel.
The OnlyFans channel for that.
The OnlyFans channel for that.
Elizabeth Gonzalez has been so long since you asked us what your first meal was supposed to be. We said tacos and we're gonna make carnitas, but that was 3 months ago. So I know things change. LOL. It's good, right?
I know what I'm doing over here.
Oh, hang on. Crime Soap Opera says, do you ever cook down a bag of coleslaw mix and then roll in egg roll wraps and pop in the air fryer? Egg rolls and ginger spice and sesame oil sauce.
Huh, I have not, but that sounds pretty amazing. Oh.
Crush Dress 216 says, glad I clicked on this. You guys are inspiring. My hubby and I are planning to go full-time RV life next September, and I love your videos.
Good for you. It's an adventure. Going back to the one previous, I suck at Asian cooking. There's not many. I say that about every cuisine, but I love Asian cuisine. I love it all. Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Thai food. I love it. It's great, but I absolutely suck at cooking it. In my defense, I believe one of my reasons is Asian cooking is usually cooked at very high temperatures, and I just don't have the capability to do that. Like, she loves stir fry. I do too. And I make the worst stir fry.
I love your
One
stir
day
fry.
I'm going to do a Cooking with Kyle with the absolute worst dish I make, and that would be the one I would make.
Cooking with Kyle, worst dish I make ever.
Yeah, that'll probably be our most viewed video of all time. Anyway, but I don't know. I have a hard time with it. I'm never able to get it the way I want it. Even I've probably tried it 20 or 30 times, and it never turns out the way I want it. So I don't cook it a lot, but I do love it. I love the fresh veggie aspect of it, and the sweet and tangy at the same time. But I suck at cooking it.
Scout Inquirer says, Kyle, I will definitely be making this easy, delicious recipe. It looks really yummy. The kitchen looks fabulous.
Thank you. We do a lot of easy dishes. I mean, there's some days I may get a little ornery and make a more of a challenging dish. But like I said, I have limited resources in here. I don't have an oven. I wish we did get this lovely little toaster oven, air fryer thing that has done well for us. I don't know how we lived without it, honestly, to this point.
We got rid of the microwave.
We don't even have a microwave anymore. We was right here. We do not use a microwave at all. Anything we cook is either on that cooktop, in that oven, or in that toaster multi-use, or in this handy dandy rice cooker, and I do have a big massive air Instapot that I'm probably gonna do some recipes on here with at some point, because there are certain things that the Instapot or mostly pressure cooker. I like the pressure cooker feature of it, that it makes amazing food. So.
Lainey says, can anyone with a bus come to Bethune Docking? Sounds epic.
You don't have to have a bus. You can come as you are. Just if you're going to stay the night, you got to have something in a van or whatever you want to camp in. But yeah, absolutely. We'll have more details coming out here in the coming weeks. We're definitely going to be limited on spots again this year, because where we're going to do it is likely going to be a pretty small area. So we're only going to be able to take so many rigs, but we will fit as many as we possibly can in the space. Hopefully in a couple weeks we'll be able to throw out a flyer, and Bethoonies will get first access if they want to come, and then after that they'll get a week, and after that we'll open it up, and whoever wants to come. We try to keep it affordable. Like, we do some activities, we do some eating, so obviously there's going to be some costs involved, but we don't do it to make money. It's just to cover the cost of what we do. You're gonna have to say that loud. Yeah, we do have a membership site. If you're new here, it's called the Bethoonies, based after the Goonies. Haha, silly, funny. But it's $5 a month. We do some behind the scenes stuff. We're revamping it a little bit even. We started it back in the summertime, and we did some changes to it recently. So go check it out. It's on our website, redwhiteandbethune.com. All the details are on there, and it's exciting. We do some cool stuff, and we got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And for events like this, it does give you first access to it, since it is such a limited capacity type thing. So
Davina says, hi, Jen and Kyle. That stuffed bell pepper looks delicious. Never made it with cheese. You gave me an idea, Kyle. I'm going to go to the Burnett Dairy tomorrow and get some Wisconsin sharp cheddar to try this. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Your cheese is, my cheese is not on that level, unfortunately. Yeah, you guys do cheese right up there. I have never in my life seen a cheese selection as I have in a Wisconsin grocery store.
Today we go, says LOL, we will start practicing our lip syncing skills.
There you go. Maybe do a break dancing competition or something.
Ooh.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Jennifer says, Jen, you sounded like my mom from Nebraska with the don't you know. Like,
that's her favorite accent in the entire
literally
world.
For the entire world. I love Australian accents, but my other accent that I love is the North Dakotan. And like when we were there, me and Jed from Wonderful Revolution talked like that every single day. Don't you know, turkey back steak and hockey there. It made my heart really happy.
So I'm just going to check in on these. Basically, all I'm trying to do is kind of melt my cheese, mesh the flavors together a little bit, and it's done. Let me see. Oh, she's looking good.
Cat H says, hello. Crime Soap Opera says, the picture is so clear. Looks great. True Patriot says, wow, that looks delicious.
Hi, I'm Jen.
Oh, shoot. Where did my cooking stream go? It's gone. It's gone. You're going to have to put it up to this camera. For whatever reason, the cooking stream is gone.
So what do you think of that right there? That looks pretty dang delicious.
Up. There you go. Yeah.
And Jen's non-melted cheese here, of course. But yeah, I mean that's it, guys. I mean they're stuffed. They're tender and they're ready to be consumed.
You're gonna need to cut one open so that way we can taste it and see how it is and let everybody know.
Do I really need to do that?
Yeah. You can cut mine open. That's fine. I'll taste it.
I will take my tongs.
I don't know why that just like jumped off. Like the camera view just ended.
Operator error.
Probably. Who knows? Sarah has an H. Says yay. Hey Jen and Kyle.
You guys get to see Jen's cheese that does not melt.
Listen, it doesn't give me a stomach ache, so it's fine.
Are you gonna come eat this or?
Go back. Oh yeah. I guess I can. Then. Yeah. Oh, Eric says, move aside, Emerald Lagasse. Love the Mickey mitt. We had that for like 12 years.
Got it a minute. Oh, and my lovely apron here provided by Cajun Food Tours out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Best food tour I've ever been on. Truly amazing.
We did a video on that. Just a couple more. Crime Solver says, looks so good. Making this for sure. Can't wait for future episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good go-to. Simple, healthy. Usually everybody can eat it. Even if they don't like peppers, they can just dump the crap out of it inside. It's got cheese on it. It's still a good filling. It's got rice. It's got all your proteins, got your vegetables. So if you don't even like peppers, the kids or whatever, you can just, like I said, just throw it in there. And there's always typically a little bit of leftover filling too, so you don't have to worry about it.
Bert says, hi, Jen and Kyle. Gotta say, I'm impressed with tonight's production values. Multi-cameras, clear, and network style looking is amazing.
Nice, thank you, Bert.
Good as well.
Yeah, we're up in our game, guys. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna keep improving it. And I'm pretty excited about it, honestly.
I had to sit in the.
You ready? I'll get over.
Okay.
I'll get over. I'll start cleaning up.
Push this over. Let's try the stuffed bell pepper, the red one. Which, you know what, Kyle makes amazing food. Like, I know that he says that I'm not a chef and I don't know what I'm doing, but like, literally, this guy makes such great food that even the kids, like, we'll go to restaurants and we'll be like, oh, do you like this? Or do you like Daddy's better? And they're like, oh, we like Daddy's. Like, that's a pretty awesome compliment if the kids like it.
I think if you love something, you just kind of, you put your whole thing into it, your whole heart into it. And...
Oh, sure.
See, that's the thing about Belle. She did a good job. It actually stayed together pretty good. I guess you could, I guess the rice kind of helps bind everything a little bit. You could definitely add some more cheese in there. It might help bind it a little better to keep it together. But overall, I mean, that's it, guys. That's all I got.
It's like so fresh and meaty and just, it's the right amount of everything. It's just
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're here. We're going to be here most Tuesdays. We'll typically try to get a poster up at least maybe the day before if we can. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll try to answer them and get you squared away. But
thank you to our moderators.
Yeah, thank you to our moderators for being here, helping us out as always. And thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. And share my passion with you guys. And as always, stay wonderful.
Stay wonderful.
Bye, guys. See you next time.